Well, hello and thank you for joining me today, where we are going to be talking about 5 reasons to prioritize YouTube in 2024. And that's not anything special about 2024. It's just you really need to be getting on this. And I think it's a perfect time of year to be lining ourselves up and going, come on, let's do this. All right. Now, lovely to see folk that are on here today. My regulars, well done. Thank you for being here. And if you're new to us, hopefully by the end of this, well, all of you anyway, I hope we're going to convince you that YouTube is definitely the place that you need to be investing your time. So for those of you that are on, what is your relationship with YouTube as a marketing tool? So I think Owen, bless him, is just at the last minute adding a poll into here. Are you on it, Owen? So you should see a poll appear above the chat or below the chat. A, give me an A if you've got a successful channel. B, have you tried YouTube but you've given up? C, have you decided that it's not for you? Or D, have you just never considered YouTube? I'm going to have a look down here. Katie says the fan club's all present and correct. My font's gone off. I prep up these little overlays, but never mind. So let's see what you're doing on here. Just always nice to get a feel for where people are at with YouTube before we go jumping into this. I wonder quite well. And actually, yeah, I think this probably changes with where people are at. And are you seeing in the poll? I realise I haven't actually got the thing in front of me. What are we getting in? Scroll. Oh, sorry, in there. Thank you, Owen. He's given me some responses. So 64% yes, and it's working. Amazing. 27% tried it and given up. 9% decided it's not for you. That's really impressive, actually, that 64% of you are doing well with it. I love that. And we're definitely going to dig into that a bit more on Friday, actually. Yvette says, could be better. None of the above, says Tracy. Have it set up, but haven't done anything with it yet. Okay, yep. YouTube has literally transformed your business, says Kathy. Amazing. I love to hear that. Likewise. So social media marketing in general, let's be honest, totally overwhelming for most of us. The pressure of posting multiple stories a day, trying to cover Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok. We went to Social Media Marketing World. Some of you were there as well back in February, was it, at the start of the year? And honestly, it put me in a total spin. One session that we went into, everyone said, we listened to this speaker and, this is hot off the press. This is the brand new. This is what we need to be doing for this year. One person saying, you got to be on TikTok. Another one's telling us about posting 10 times a day to Instagram. And someone's saying, you what? You're not doing short form video? You're missing out on a gold mine. Somebody else says, have you not got a podcast? You absolutely need to do a podcast. And honestly, I'm so easily influenced that for me, I kind of come away from a thing like that or even at a thing like that. I'm sitting with Owen going, right, we got to fix this. We need to be over there. We got to do that. And before I know it, I'm just chasing my tail, trying to do all these things and be everywhere. And realistically, with everything else that's been going on through our year, with our different academies, with trips and things, it was probably well into the summer before I said to Owen, what are we doing? We know what works for us. And it's absolutely YouTube. It's absolutely the videos that most of you have found us on. And so with 2024 in our sights, we are back and we are 100% focused and committed to YouTube. And you would know that when you look around on our other channels, very light. But if you're already busy trying to keep yourself afloat on all of these other channels, why on earth should you be considering adding YouTube into the mix? Well, I want to present to you here that YouTube, or I want to present YouTube, let me put it that way, as an easier, more manageable alternative to what you've been doing so far. You don't need to do daily posts. You don't need to do lengthy podcast shows that no one's listening to. one video a week, and you can actually batch them weeks ahead. This is a way more passive way to me to promote yourself, and it's really coming at this serving first approach. On most channels, well, on all these other channels really, you're just trying to interrupt people and get in front of them. And, you know, I'll scroll down my Instagram feed, and I'm not going to mention any names, but all of a sudden there's this kind of cheesy ad that appears in front of me, and then down again, and there's another one. And I'm like, I don't like doing that stuff. I really don't. I would much rather you discovered me on YouTube, where actually I'm showing up and I'm serving you. So there we go. On YouTube, very different to all of those other channels. We're not pushing ourselves in front of people. People are discovering us. And that's absolutely been our experience. And it's why we're so passionate about YouTube. So I want to share with you these 5 benefits that we're seeing from being on YouTube. And I've been back and forth on this. We've kind of gone, well, here's our top 3. Here's 5. I've actually got a bonus one at the end. So really there's 6 in here, but 5 just sounds better. And then on Friday, so we're doing these lives. I ran a live last Friday. We're doing this one today. And then on Friday, we're going to be back and really introducing you to our YouTube Academy as a fast track solution. If, you know, from today, we've whetted your appetite a bit and you go, okay, I'd like to know more about this. Friday, we're going to be talking about that. So I'm focusing in really on these 5 reasons why we are absolutely sold all in on YouTube, and why I really want you to be prioritizing them in 2024, which is scarily coming around real quick, isn't it? What's this? Kathy's saying, had to decide that TikTok and X is not useful for driving sales. Yeah. And it's not to say that it isn't. You know, it doesn't work for people. I think it's when you're trying to stack these up and go, where do I go? Am I over here? Am I over there? And as I say, I just think all of those others, you've got to be on this treadmill. You've got to be constantly spitting out content every day, fresh content, all this pressure. We don't do that on YouTube. So I'm really pleased to hear that Kathy's agreeing with us and it's working for you. Right, so let's get into these 5 points. My first one is this, that YouTube is our virtual shop window. If you run your own business online or offline, your biggest challenge is likely attracting new customers. Yep, it's marketing. It's getting ourselves out there. You're not posting, well, I'm assuming that you're not posting constantly on social media just for the fun of it. You're actually doing it because you're trying to get in front of new customers and build up some authority and sell your services. Yep. And I've tried lots of things over the years to build up that authority and get in front of customers. Then we spotted a pattern amongst our customers where they were discovering me on YouTube. They're not buying from me on YouTube. They're discovering me. All right. We're getting on their radar. And here's a demonstration. You know, what do you do when we need some help? You got a question, you're trying to solve an issue. We go to Google, don't we? And what comes up on that Google results page above everything else, apart from ads, is typically videos, which are being fed in from YouTube. So I asked a new customer where they found me. I say it all the time to our customers when they come into our impact course, you know, where actually did they find me? And time again, people will say, oh, it was that video that you made. It's been absolutely as powerful as that for us. Where again, I'm not pushing myself in front of them. I'm not paying for ads. They're searching for an answer or a solution, and I'm just the nice guy that shows up and saves the day for them. And then later, we're encouraging them to come onto an email list, and then from that, they become a customer. Now, we're running several academies. We've got Impact, which used to be Pro Video Academy. We run an Ecamm Live Academy, a YouTube Academy. And so here's an example. I asked a customer a few months back from Impact where he found me, and he said that it was from our Shure MV7 setup video. So he'd bought this Shure MV7 microphone that I've got in front of me now, and was frustrated at how quiet the thing was. So what does he do? He Googles it. He heads over to Google like we all do and says, Shure MV7 set. Oh, it's not typing. Sorry. Shure MV7 setup, something like that. And puts it in here. At the top of here are a load of videos that, I don't know why it's not loading up. It's coming through a widget, so maybe it's delaying it. But at the top here are actually a load of microphones. And then below this, oh, they're not feeding in, is how to set up the Shure MV7 microphone. And that's my video. Let me just see if I can refresh this over here a second. Because that's annoying that it's not coming in, isn't it? Oh, don't worry. I'm not going to get caught up in that. Right. Trust me. That's what's coming up over there. So actually, I'm saying that. It's not that. It's not a widget at all. It is coming in. So our microphones are at the top here, but that's not what our customer wants. He's already got his microphone. He wants to know how to set it up. And then look down here. The first video that comes up is my video over here. So it becomes very natural, doesn't it? I'm not going, hey, come and buy something from me. He's over here. He's frustrated. How do you set up this microphone? Over he comes. And once the advert's played, it's straight into my video. And I'm showing him how to set this thing up. And you can see down here, look, a year ago, this thing has had 54,000 views. And get a feel for how people are passionate and are enjoying this video. Thank you for this video. Yep. Too long to read. So the microphone arrived, all set up, much simpler now. Really happy with it. Thank you for creating and sharing. Thank you for the quick and easy setup. Perfect for my needs here. Thank you so much. Receive this. Your audio sounds fantastic. Greatly appreciate the tutorial. Thank you so much. You get the idea, right? This works. People are absolutely loving it. And not surprised, this customer then went, I really like this. I like your content. Must have gone, sorry, I got a mint in my mouth. Must have gone looking around at other videos that we did. And eventually from the description went, I'm going to come and join Impact and get you to set all this up for me. I love that. I haven't sold him anything. He's come through and he's found it himself. So YouTube is absolutely an incredible shop window for you. It's where you get discovered. It's where we have, 70% of our customers, it's hard to pick a number. I'm confident that over 70% of our customers would say to us, they first found me on a YouTube video. This is pure content marketing. Could I do that with Instagram, Twitter, Facebook? No. Almost all of us, when we're looking for an answer, go to Google. And right at the top, as you saw there, there's a YouTube video, because Google knows that we would rather watch videos than read blog posts. And so it feeds them right at the top. Google isn't pulling in, again, you know this, but when I do that search on Google, it isn't pulling in videos that I posted on Facebook or over on LinkedIn. It is only feeding in those videos that are native to YouTube. So posting them up to YouTube is not only for people who are searching on YouTube, more importantly, it's for people that are searching on Google, and without realizing it, they click that video, they come over to YouTube. They're not in Google anymore. They're now looking and watching your videos over here in YouTube. And it isn't necessarily about getting that top video, because as soon as we've watched that one, we've got a whole list of suggested videos down the side of it. So there's lots of different ways we can get in front of people. And again, on Friday, I'm going to be looking into more detail at the 2 types of videos that you need to be posting in order to get found and get in front of customers. Okay. Excellent. Kathy said YouTube search is how you found me. He's the go-to resort. I love that. I'm going to come back to that one in a minute, actually, Kathy. You're jumping ahead. That's one of my points that I've got coming up. So the second reason, so that's the first one. It's our shop window. It's 24/7. It's allowing people to find us. It's allowing us to get discovered, whether I'm sitting here or not. I don't need to be daily posting in. Those videos are working for me in the background 24/7. Now, secondly, and this kind of leads on to it really, is authority. So people are seeing me as an authority. And I was a bit slow realizing this one, but it's actually been huge for us. You know me, pretty sure that the reason most of you are here and know me is because of YouTube. And you likely saw one of my videos and subscribed or didn't subscribe. And now you see me as an authority, someone that you trust, someone whose opinion that you value. And Kathy has literally just said that. Feels like I'm a go-to resource for all things YouTube, eCam, and equipment. I love that. And that is absolutely our goal. This is huge. I'm being seen by you as an influencer, and I'm also being seen by brands and some top level influencers. And I've mentioned this several times, for me it was a real big highlight and a real point of realizing how YouTube has helped us was back in 2020. We were approached by Sony when they launched the ZV-E10. The technical sales manager for Sony Europe reached out to me. He'd found me because he'd watched my eCam videos while he was getting up and going on it. He realized I'd got an audience and a connection as well through with eCam. And he asked us could I do this live, or could I interview him on my live as the main launch in Europe for the Sony ZV-E10. I was blown away. And he only knew me because of the videos that I'd made on YouTube. Now, Frank Kern, I love sharing this one. He says on his page, he is the most sought after direct response internet marketing consultant on the planet. And he sent this in about me.
Man, if you want to learn how to use this software program called eCam Live, this dude, Adrian Salisbury, is an excellent teacher. All these free tutorials on YouTube. What a nice guy. Great material here. Makes you want to do a better job at teaching stuff. I tell you, thank you, Adrian.
Frank Kern is one of those guys that, you know, he's top level. I look up to him. And so to see this video and hear that he knows who I am, wow. I know Michael Hyatt thanked me in the eCam community group saying that he got started on eCam using my videos. I know Russell Brunson, the owner of ClickFunnels, his tech team ran through my videos when they were training up their coaches. Mari Smith, Facebook Queen, has become a great friend, again, as a result of this kind of involvement. And another one to show you here that, again, related to eCam is Seth Godin. Again, another top level influencer, and he referenced me in here talking about how he's been using eCam and he watched my videos. I love this. You know, who else out there would recognize me as an authority on eCam, on video, on YouTube? And those of you that know me know I'm not saying this to brag, but I'd still be unknown if it weren't for YouTube. Yeah? Crazy, isn't it? I'm not on stage. I don't do anything else like that. I'm not putting ads out about this stuff that these guys have seen. They've just come to know me and trust me as this guy who understands the software or whatever else it is, but that you've heard it on there. I'm a nice guy. I do really good videos and teach this stuff well. I'm very happy with that. That is gold. So you can get a feel for why I get so passionate about YouTube and why I'm constantly telling people about this. And really think, what could that be like for you? We can look into this more on Friday. I was talking with a customer in our Kajabi Academy the other day, and he was talking about making videos around a topic, and I realized that there's a bit of software that he's telling all his customers they really need to use, and I'm saying, you got to own that. You could be the guy on YouTube that absolutely is the go-to authority for that bit of software, and it's a very natural lead in to come and join your membership as a result of it. So what is there for you? Is there software? Is there a product that you could really own on YouTube and be that go-to authority for them? And whether you're on YouTube or not, your people are on there. Your audience are on Google right now, searching for things that you could be helping them with. And if it's not you that's on there, then someone else is getting in front of them, and you are basically giving them, giving your customers to them on a platter. That's sickening. We don't want that. We want to get you out there. All right. And, you know, we've all got favorite YouTubers. We talked about this when we were out in at Creator Camp a couple of weeks ago. And I was saying to people, how powerful is it? You know, we've all got, when I'm looking at a new microphone or a new camera, there are certain people whose videos I want to watch because I really respect their opinion. How mad if that was you and you could be that go-to YouTuber for people in the niche that you're in. So there we go. Authority is my second and probably really the biggest and I think most influential reason why we ought to be on here. Is this good? Is there an ideal length for it? Let me star a couple of these. I'll come back to some of these questions after. Great question, Peter. Okay, yeah. Right, I'll come back to some of these questions in a minute. Please do post in. We will come back to these. Ideally, give me a little cue if you can before, so I know it's a question, but we're good. We'll come back to it. Don't worry about it. Now, number 3 is your content matures with age. No one sees my Facebook videos that I posted a year or two back, thankfully. No one scrolls that far down your Instagram page unless we're really curious and we're having a nose back there. But typically, people don't go down there. Certainly none of that content is being fed through on here. But my YouTube videos only grow in popularity. They, like me, mature with age. Here's an example of that. If I show you over here, this was slightly off topic. Come on. Where's it gone? Just talk amongst yourselves for a minute. Let's open it and close it back up again. Come on. No, it's not going to happen. I was trying to send you to, in fact, let me just find it over here and I'll pull it up on a screen share instead. And you love it when these things just don't work when you want them to. So over here is my, I just need to get rid of that now. Over here, this is a video called Protected SD Card Simple Fix. And again, look at it. Can you see there? It's no, you can't because there's an ad running. Let's just let that run a second and let them have their little. There we go. Right, we'll skip it on. Now, this is a 1 minute and 10-second video and about an SD card, a little fix on here. It was just one of those things that I thought I could make a video on that. And the point is, this is 6 years ago. And look, when I sort this by the most recent, still 2 months ago. Thank you very much. Yes, thanks, my friend. Thanks, mate. Help a lot. 6 years later, this helps. No way. Thank you so much. This video just saved my ass at a wedding. Thanks. I almost got a new card. Made my day. Lifesaver. Thank you. How crazy is that? If I'd have posted this on Facebook, nobody would have found it. It would have been completely wasted. If I'd have done a quick Instagram story, it'd be gone. But because I'm posting on YouTube, this stuff just gets better year on year. And it will keep getting put in front of people. Yeah. YouTube is looking at your... when you're putting a video up like this, YouTube is taking into account the watch time, the engagement, you know, how long somebody stays on that video. Are they liking it? Are they commenting with it? And as long as you're ticking those boxes, they will keep putting your content in front of people. They don't look and go, oh, well, actually, this is an old video. Now, let's be honest, that might apply. Maybe you're talking about, in my case, Ecamm videos. Frustratingly, my videos from 2 or 3 years ago still rank in some cases higher than the newer ones, and people are seeing old content. But if it's something that's evergreen, then it's great that this thing is just going to keep building and building. And remember that this is totally free. What we're doing over here on YouTube isn't costing you anything. It's not like Facebook ads, YouTube ads. This is absolutely free, and it's building your channel, building that audience, and just getting you in front of people. All right? What's that? It's I'm just sorry. I'm looking down here at the comments. I'll bring them up in a minute and we'll do it properly. Number 4, because these next two aren't so long. Number 4 is research. Okay, so we are big fans of YouTube because it allows us to do research. And actually, the more you get into this, the bigger your channel is, the more research you're able to do, the more you're able to use this as a tool. And Owen is absolutely bossing it with this at the minute. And the amount of stuff he's pulling out of this, the data that he's seeing, the way people are finding us, the videos, and at what points they drop off and things like this. There is so much in here that we can use. But I'm not meaning it really for that. We run a Kajabi Academy and we're helping people get online courses or memberships off the ground. And we're constantly being asked, you know, someone will come up with this idea or they think they've got a solution and they'll just say, how do we test this? Is there a way to test if there's an audience for this? Or is this actually what people want? And guess what I say? Yes, YouTube. You don't need to have spent months building up a channel. And I know this is one of the questions in here about, you know, sort of building this up. How long does it take to get traction and things? It really doesn't matter. YouTube is not prioritizing you based on the size of your channel. Obviously, having more subscribers helps because there's more people that are going to get a notification to say that you've just posted another video. But YouTube is honestly looking and seeing each video on its own merits. So if you're wanting to test out a new idea or a concept, you could start a new channel up, totally free. You could start posting up some videos. And if it's what people are looking for, you're soon going to know about it. So each video really does stand on its own merits. In fact, as a new channel, as a new video, you do get a boost, you get some priority. And yeah, if we're getting the right titles and the content is good, people are staying around, you can outrank some big channels. So Friday, again, I don't want to get into it today. I want to keep this shorter today, just to whet your appetite, really. Friday, we're going to go more into detail on, and the link will be in the description below. Friday, we're going to go more into detail on what types of videos you should be posted to get found, and helping you do the research to find how you discover those videos. Plus, when you start to get some views, you're also going to get comments, you're going to get questions, and they are ideas for future content. And if you didn't join me on Friday, we did a video talking about how you can use Ecamm to make YouTube videos in under an hour. Again, that link is down in the description. You can watch that after if you want. But again, this all just builds. It's another reason to be here on YouTube, investing in it. We're suddenly getting just a constant feed of ideas for videos. We just recorded 4 or 5 videos yesterday, exactly like this, that are just quick. We're looking down the comments. There's a question. Let's make a video answering it. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Right. That's number 4. So research, really powerful for that. And of course you can, I haven't mentioned it there, but you can also be looking at other people's channels. You're trying to get an idea and think, is there an audience for this? Well, have a look. Type into YouTube some of those searches, some of those phrases for videos that you're thinking of making. And are there videos already out there? And, you know, if it's a title that's exactly the same as what you're expecting to do, is it getting views? If it is getting views, you can have a look at the comments on their videos, and maybe there's some questions that keep coming back that clearly didn't get covered in the video. When you make your video, you add all that in. So yeah, powerful for doing some research. Number 5, we see this as pipeline content. What do I mean by pipeline content? Well, our goal over here isn't to, I don't consider us to be YouTubers in my kind of context of that, where we're all about getting sponsors over here. It's about getting numbers in. We're trying to get that ad revenue come through. we use YouTube because we want to get customers in our other courses. And we've said right at the start, number one, YouTube is our shop window. People come along, they watch our videos. You don't really give any thought, do you, to the creators of these videos? We just sort of see it as a service, don't we? I'm looking for something new. I'll watch a video. You don't really consider that someone's gone to the trouble to make this video and so on. You know, it's literally just like browsing in a shop and having a look at these videos. And then what we do is on some of our videos, there will be a download. And for example, one of our most popular downloads is our equipment list, our gear guide from Impact. And it lists out the cameras, the lights, the microphones, everything that we're using. Now, so that's our way for bringing people off of YouTube and onto our email list. But we don't just go, as soon as they download that equipment list and we get their email, we don't go, come and buy our course. That's not going to work. So what we're able to do is have like called an onboarding sequence, really, an email sequence that whenever somebody downloads that equipment list, they're going to get a series of emails from us. And most companies will do this. But what this allows us to do is to say, okay, someone's just downloaded my equipment list. What can I put in front of them to help them on this journey? Genuinely serving first still again, always thinking of our customers. So the first video, you downloaded the equipment list, you're going to get an email from me that says, hey, do you want to see all this equipment in action? Here's a link to a YouTube video that we made, which is our studio tour. All right, you can go, you can have a look at that. The next day I'll send another one and it'll say, you know, do you want to see why this is the microphone we've chosen? Here are 3 videos where we've done a comparison between this and another one. And, you know, we kind of give some content around a theme. The next day we'll talk about lights. You know, this wasn't the first light we used. Do you want to see other lights and other scenarios if this doesn't work for you? So we're able to use our YouTube videos that we've made in the past. We're not having to go, oh, I need to make another video. We've already made this content with this in mind, that actually we get a second win out of it. Yes, we're hopefully getting in front of people that are searching for these videos first time around, but I'm now able to use this same content, because we can easily assume that everyone's seen my video on how to deal with, you know, what lighting when you wear glasses. This is the first one that came to my mind, or any of these things. You've seen how powerful that video was with the Shure mic setup. Well, how cool is that to then in an onboarding email sequence to be able to say, hey, if you download that microphone, we've actually got a whole setup video over here that you can watch totally free. So I see the power in that as well, that we're not only creating this content for the shop window, for people to see it and find us, to get on their radar, but it also gives us some really nice content to be able to give out to people. So yeah, pipeline content. We could also, I mean, I could have added more things to this. We could have said blog content. We could be creating blogs around every video that we post up. We keep trying, but time keeps getting in the way. But again, you know, lots of opportunities that we can do with this. So again, you know, unlike your Instagram posts, tweets with their short life, my videos here just keep working for me, and absolutely yours could too on YouTube. Now, I said there was a bonus one, and oh, I didn't put a link on my Stream Deck to it. You're going to have to come down. Pause. Here we go. The bonus one is practice. And I know that we've done enough Ecamm Academies that I know the biggest challenge and the best advice we can ever keep giving you is just to get out there, practice, make some videos. If you're not happy with the quality of your video, with being confident on camera, you just got to do it and practice. We know that, don't we? And this is an excellent way to be able to do this. There is an expectation that your early YouTube videos aren't going to be great. I think any big channel, go back and watch their first 10, 50 videos, and you'll find this to be true. But you got to start, and you're never going to improve if you don't get started. So I would encourage you to focus on doing this. And I know a lot of people will, again, I heard a lot of people saying, I've been going live every day and nobody shows up, but I'm doing it because I'm practicing. And while I don't want to discourage them, and please, if that's you, I say this sensitively, but rather than spending that time doing lives that no one is finding and no one is showing up to, why don't you use that time to script out and make a YouTube video that is way more targeted and direct? You're still getting the same practice, but actually you're creating this library of content and starting to get found with these videos. So I think that's a big one. YouTube is, I don't want to say that, it's okay to just practice and put anything up over here. That I'm all about kind of getting it as tight as we can. But definitely the great place to get started and be making some videos, and that practice will, you won't take long before you're looking and seeing a big difference. All right. So there's my 5 points plus a bonus as to why I really recommend you get, make YouTube a priority for you in 2024. I'm obviously meaning start now, but by the time you get yourself sorted, we're a couple of months away from 2024. How cool to be going into it going, do you know what? I've got this working, and yet this has been the best thing that I've ever done. So you can be joining in with Kathy, who's been saying the best thing how did you put it, Kathy, at the top here? Let me find Kathy's comments. YouTube has literally transformed her business since 2027. Oh, how mad. Wouldn't it be great for you next year to be able to say, YouTube has totally transformed my business and I'd never used it before, but I've got myself up and going, and I reckon that's totally doable for you. Now, again, I think YouTube is unique. The time that you're investing here, it's not like those lives. It's not like even a podcast that maybe isn't getting many views on it or listeners to it. The posts that you're doing on Instagram, on Facebook that are quickly gone. I reckon every time, all the time that you're on YouTube, it's an investment and it's helping you in one of these ways to really succeed. So on Friday, the plan is, I don't want to talk about it today, really. We're going to come to some questions in a minute and just have a look at your comments and feedback here. But I'm spacing this out. So I'll be back at the same time on Friday. And I'm going to be talking about, amongst other things, we'll talk about our YouTube Academy. But I want to be demonstrating to you and showing how we batch record our videos, how we're scheduling content weeks ahead. And I think we're actually into the new year. Yeah, Owen's given me a big nod. You can see who's doing the scheduling. We are well into the new year. So if I were to take the rest of the year off, which is quite appealing, then we're still going to have a video go out every week until the end of the year. And even if I didn't, we've still got that content out there that is getting in front of people. Daily people are coming onto our email list because they're watching those videos. They're finding those lead magnets that are bringing them onto the email list. And I'll tell you more about that on Friday. So how we're doing the batch recording, how we're scheduling that content, and actually how we're, what did I put there? I've said on here, I have got some notes. I put on here that we're going to be unpacking the YouTube Academy as your fast track to YouTube success. And I'm going to be looking at the 2 types of videos that get viewed, and specifically how to convert viewers into customers. And then if you're up for it, if you've got a channel and maybe you're in that category that you're making videos, but they're not getting views, if you want to, you can post your channel in. How will people do that actually? Because it's going to get seen as spam, isn't it? If someone posts their channel into the comments. We'll have a think about that. We'll either put a form up. Genius. That's Owen sitting over there, by the way. I'm not just talking to myself. We'll put a form in or something. And if you want to, on the live, post in your channel, we'll have a quick look at it and we'll see maybe why some of those videos aren't getting viewed. All right. So hopefully we've whetted your appetite a bit for this. And maybe for the first time, you're thinking, yeah, I can see that. And I really should get into YouTube and have a go at all this stuff. But if you've been there and you've been discouraged because it doesn't seem to work, we absolutely want to help you. So come and join us Friday. Let's have a look at this with you. And, we, as you'll hear in our YouTube Academy, we just want to come alongside you, support you, help you, and absolutely see you succeed on this incredible platform. So let me come across to the chat a minute. And I'm a little bit zoomed in there. Trying to do this without having to hack it around too much. Let me just see. There are a couple that I favorited up here. So how long does it take to get traction, Peter? I would say a lot quicker than you think. It's all right. I can't help myself trying to fix this. It isn't about... Yeah, your video, and we've had people in the Academy that have posted a video in on a brand new channel. I'm trying to think what his name was, but he was posting about Teslas that was really relevant at the time. And he just wanted to do this kind of fun channel with reviewing stuff and his own experiences. And even in the week that we were there, he was saying, wow, look at the views that I'm getting on this. And honestly, that's how YouTube is it is literally taking each video on its own merits. So, yeah, I don't want to give too much away. We'll cover it on the live on Friday, but it's knowing how to get that video in front of people. And I think it's fairly obvious and straightforward. But I love it when we're in the Academy and you can see people just like, that makes sense. I get that. So we'll talk to you about that on Friday and see how to get in front of people. Is there an ideal length for a YouTube video? I was going to say no. My answer to that is as short as possible. So I think it's really important, and you'll see we're making some videos right now that are in response. We talked about this on Friday, these kind of videos that are in response to people's comments and questions. Some of them are only a few minutes long. That video I just showed there with the SD card was 1 minute and 10 seconds. The way we look at this is always put yourself in your customer's shoes. Your customer, your viewer. And so if, I'm trying to think, Peter, was it Peter that asked this? Sorry. What is it that, if thinking of someone who's in pain, thinking of the guy who wanted to know about this microphone and how to fix it, he doesn't want some long video. He doesn't want this to be dragged out any longer than it has to. In fact, we've just re-recorded that video, and yeah, I'm wondering whether Owen will come on and maybe have a talk about why. Well, we'll certainly be covering that in the Academy, why we're picking off our most popular videos and we're redoing them and really trying to get them as short and concise as possible. So how long should a video be? No longer than it needs to be, but not cutting corners on it. So all the information you need to deliver on the promise. I'm not into, and again, other people will tell you, you give too much away. Don't be doing all this. I completely disagree. The reason that these top level names know me and hopefully would pass my name on and recommend me is because they see me as an authority. And that's because I actually helped them. And I didn't just go, oh, I could help you, but it's going to cost you. Yeah. Just getting started. Excellent. Pete, sorry, it was Paul, wasn't it, that asked that question? Just let me come down. Sorry, I know it's a bit slow. Please pass. I'll put anything if you want to. Yeah, 'cause, 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 ' What if you're just starting, don't have other videos to link to? Should you wait until you have a batch of videos to post and you can link to them? Great question, Tracy. So this is really coming off of what we were talking about on Friday, that when you get to the end of your video, you want to send them to another one. No, I think if you're committed to this and you can say, all right, it's really thinking where at the end of each video do you want to send them to? And even if for a week there isn't a video that's in that end card, it's not the end of the world. Worst case, someone's going to put in the comments, where's the video you talked about? Well, you can put it in the description anyway, and you can come back and add that video into the end card later. Or if possible, you create that second video first and then this one. So you don't need a whole batch of videos created. It's just lovely when you do sort of get to the end of that batch and you go, oh, now I can start tying them all together. We'll absolutely look at that, Tracy. That's one of the main things that we cover in the Academy, is how you sort of mind map this and come up with these ideas with this content. Yeah. Is it recommended to start a new channel of approximately 170? Would need to just have a look at that, to be honest, Ratchner, and see. It's not necessarily a problem because it's on a private one. It's more what the content is. Yeah. So Owen, we'll have a talk. I might get him on Friday. He's very happy to come on, but it's obviously if it's more of a presentation like this and he just has to sit there at the side, it's a bit awkward. So he's around, and even if I pull him on part way into it, but Owen is really going to be coming on in the Academy and doing more than me in some respects, actually really trying to help people drill into the analytics and see where people are coming from, maybe why they're not getting views, if that's the case. Yeah, it's going to be good. But is it beneficial to change the title of existing YouTube posts by improving keywords? Potentially, Paul. It really depends on how much you're changing it. You could do more harm than good if your title is enticing and your thumbnail, but when someone gets to it, the first thing you say is something different, and you're going to get a massive drop off, and YouTube's going to say, no, we're not going to keep promoting this one. So it depends how close it is. And again, this is the sort of stuff Owen could really help you with. So, yep, to Owen. They all want you, Owen. Stop making music videos. Not quite sure what you're meaning on that. Learned a lot, Paul, from YouTube Academy. Thank you. So, from 2023, social media. Our YouTube videos starting with how to. I would play with it, to be honest, Linda. I think there's different ways of getting in front of people, and we were discussing this recently, you know, this idea of, and we're testing this ourselves, you know, is there benefit to saying 3 reasons why you shouldn't get eCam? And actually, is that more likely to get a click and a view? And if that's a genuine reason, you might say, you know, you've got to pay for it, whereas OBS is free. But this is why I would pay for it and still choose it. So you can see that you could do that without it being clickbait if you follow it up. So actually, yes and no to this idea. For me, and this is Friday's content, for me, the whole how-to bit is getting as close as possible to how somebody is typing it in and searching for it. Just got here, Candice. Good to see you. We'll have to watch the replay. Absolutely. So this will instantly turn into a replay. You can watch this back. Do be sure to come and join us on Friday. If you're already sold on this and you're thinking, yep, I want to get into this YouTube Academy, I will be introducing it on Friday, but the doors are open now. You can absolutely go and access the online training. And then on Friday, that's when we're actually opening up the Facebook group, because we will be starting on Monday the 6th. So really looking forward to that. This is similar in style to our eCam Academy, our ELA Live that we just ran a few weeks back. But it's very different in the sense that we are just looking in at your channel. You're going to get a lot of attention. You'll get, if you do the work and post up your channel and update it and put some videos in, and let's have a look at your videos, and maybe give you some feedback and idea as to the type of content you should be doing. It's incredibly close feedback that you're getting from us. And actually, this time, for the first time, Owen is who's already going to be doing some Zoom calls during the 2 weeks to really give you a chance to get face-to-face and talk with him on that. Owen is also going to be following up in the coming months afterwards and doing some reviews with you as well. So an opportunity that you do the work over the 2 weeks together, and then in a month's time, Owen's going to get back on a call and let's have a look at what you've been doing. Let's see if they're getting views and give you some ideas and suggestions as to why or why not. So that's a biggie. And I'm really excited that he's doing it. Yeah, Paul, we need to go as well. Great to see you. And coming in late, Mummy Guide. Thanks very much. Good stuff. I'm glad you enjoyed it. So thank you so much, everybody. It's great to see you as ever. And please, before you leave, just bookmark in for Friday. You can see it in the lives on our channel that are coming up. And you should subscribe if you haven't already. But you will see that that's coming up on Friday. You can set a reminder now. And I'll be back same time on Friday to really introduce YouTube Academy. And if you want, we'll do some reviews and I'll be telling you exactly the types of videos that you need to be making to see the success like we're talking about. Okay, Rachel just popped in there the link for the YouTube Academy. So as I say, you can get in there now if you want to. Yes, Katie, absolutely. The extra stuff in the Academy is accountability. I think it's something that's been lacking. Really looking forward to adding that in there and giving you a chance to go, right, okay, if I'm going to go for this, I know I've got some support for the next few months as well. See you then, Maggie. Awesome. And Valerie, great to see you. See you all on Friday. Thank you so much as ever. All the best, guys. Bye.